belt on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. Let's go, where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots, you know. The EVP show is out of control.
What is going on, everyone? It's the EVP from the EVP show. And I am back after a couple of days off. And wow, SmackDown was wild tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed your Wednesday and Thursday. I know I did. I got to rest my vocal cords, so I was definitely happy to have a couple of days off after a busy 3 weeks. Yeah, SmackDown was obviously, there's just so much. You got, if you don't want to know what's going to happen, you got to stay off of X. It's just like, the spoilers are out there everywhere. Everything's taped from here on out, all the way until the new year. So a lot of stuff is happening. I'm not going to go into all of that. If anybody has any questions, I will throw one thing out there, but it's not going to be what Body Slam has reported, obviously about a title change next week. But I'm going to talk about the speculation. I guess we're going to get Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre January the 9th. I have to look at the calendar, but I believe that's a SmackDown in Berlin. So it looks like we're going to get Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre January the 9th. I thought they would do it maybe the first Raw, but it looks like they're going to do it on a 3-hour SmackDown in Berlin on January the 9th. And according to my source, it is going to be 3 phases of hell. So, yeah, I look for Cody to retain. I don't think he's dropping to Drew. Drew's got to go film. Cody's holding the title to WrestleMania. There was a lot of things that Cody said tonight in his promo. That heel Cody is, even though Triple H is really taking his time, heel Cody is really, seeping through. He told, the promo tonight with what he told Nick Aldis. I'm very surprised that they're doing this match on a SmackDown. I thought this match was going to be on the first Raw on Netflix, or Royal Rumble, but it looks like it's going. Well, it's not. It doesn't look like it's going to happen on January the 9th in Berlin on SmackDown. 3 stages of hell for the Undisputed Championship. Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. And look for Cody to retain. I know everybody's going to be speculating, oh, well, this is their 3rd match. Drew has to win. Well, he's not winning. So just leave it alone. You don't cry on X about it and all that. It's not happening. You don't want to know, then don't watch the product, because Cody's holding the title of WrestleMania. I don't know if he's losing it there. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. But the man is going to WrestleMania as champion. He's in all the videos at the poker table. Like, Drew McIntyre is not winning the Undisputed Championship on January the 9th. So give it up. I've already seen all the crying and all that all over X. Stop it. Just stop. Like, he's the golden boy of WWE. And he's going to WrestleMania as champion. So it's the way it is. If you don't like it, don't watch the product. That's all I can tell you. Because he ain't losing. So if anybody wants to put some money on it, you just DM me right now and name your price, and I will definitely take you up on it. He is not dropping the title on a fucking SmackDown in Berlin. It ain't happening. So you heard it here first. I don't give a shit what Body Slam or Sap or any of them say. He ain't losing the title on SmackDown. So that's the end of that. I'm putting that shit to bed. I'll post it on X if I have to. Appreciate DWE replays. DWE host. We are live, baby, on the EVP show on my X and on Miami the Greats X. Like I said, it has been a couple of great days off these last couple of days. The last 3 weeks was just non-stop action. I have to literally stay off of X because the crying is just going to be immense. Obviously, because Body Slam wants to go ahead and put spoilers out there for next week's SmackDown, which I already knew anyway. But yeah, I'm a little surprised that they're doing Cody and Drew on January the 9th in Berlin. Yeah, I'm very surprised. But now that they say that, I know for a fact he's not dropping the title. And yeah, so that's just the way it is. So I'm hoping for somebody in the comment. Anyway, there's just a lot of people that's still crying about Drew. He's got to win. He's got to win. Well, he's not. He's not winning the Raw title. He's not winning the SmackDown title. He's going to film a movie. He has a movie to film. Like, my God, just shut up. It's ridiculous. Like, you people, like, what do y'all think? Cody is about to turn heel. Like, he's not losing the title right now. The man has to go to WrestleMania as champion. He's in the commercials. Just stop. Like, this shit's going to go on all the way till past January the 9th. It's ridiculous. Just shut up. Like, stop crying. It's over with. Drew's not winning the title. Put it to bed. All right. So let's get started. Obviously, they're in to Giant Center, Hershey, Pennsylvania. This was obviously taped after Raw Monday. My DMs are just fucking blowing up with this Drew Cody shit. I mean, if somebody wants to fucking bet, then send the offer. Like, just go ahead, name your fucking price. I'll tell you what. When the stream's over, I'll make a post on X. If anybody wants to take Drew, that he's winning the title on the night, put your fucking money up. Put your money where your mouth is, and let's bet. Because I'm not listening to it. So if you think Drew's winning, just send me a DM. I know they're hard Twitter's hard to understand right now, but just send me a DM because he ain't winning. So I'll be glad to take your fucking money. You just name your price. That's all you have to do. Just say, hey, EVP, I want 100 on Drew. And I'll say, all right, well, let's make it 2. Because he's not winning. So I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, then bet me. Like, just pretty simple. Appreciate it. Talk it up. That is the CEO of DWE, Miami the Great, and Final Boss Lady. Talk It Up Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you give them a follow and subscription on YouTube. Man, these people, man. Anyway, this is a taped show. It was taped after Raw Monday. Everything's going to be taped, even NXT. So we're going to just roll with the punches. It's like we always do. I'm not going to stop streaming because the shit's taped. If you guys don't want to know what happens, stay the fuck off of X. Is all I can tell you, because it's gonna be on there. So I'm not gonna spoil the big moment next week unless somebody comes on here and asks me what happened. But I can tell you this: come January the 9th, 3 stages of hell, Cody Rhodes is going to beat Drew McIntyre and retain his undisputed championship. Whether you like it, like The Rock said, you don't have to like it, but you're damn well gonna love it and respect it. So just shut up. If you don't believe it, then fucking bet it. I mean, thank you. That's it. All right. Shout out to Wrestling RUS podcast. Make sure you give them a follow and a subscription on YouTube as well. I have to get on my soapbox. These people really get me pissed off. Like, they tell me like they know something. They don't know shit. I know. He ain't fucking losing the title. If you think so, then bet it. Take your fucking paycheck and bet it. Put it all on there. He ain't losing. People with their fucking hate for Cody it's ridiculous. Like, get over it. He's going to lose eventually, but let the man go heel. Like, let this shit play out. Drew is not going to take the title. It's going to be somebody like fucking Randy or maybe Roman or Punk or some. Who knows? Who knows who beats him? Maybe Gunther. I don't know. Slice Wrestling reported that Gunther is our early favorite to win the Royal Rumble Elimination Chamber, and he's also rumored to retire AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar in 2026, which we've already been fucking talking about a long time ago, that he's a career killer. So all these people with these reports and shit, like, I do respect Slice. They put out legit shit. They're not Dave, but this is all stuff that we already know. They're gonna push Gunther to the fucking moon with this heel run. I didn't expect Gunther to be a favorite to win the Royal Rumble. I think Roman Reigns is gonna win the Royal Rumble. That's my pick as of right now. Now, am I gonna bet it? Fuck no, I'm not. But I will bet you that Cody's beating Drew. So, and I gotta make YouTube shorts out of this, so I gotta get to the show because I don't want my shorts to be all cuss words. Anyway, so this show is taped from about an hour and a half from me in Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is the post Saturday night's main event show. Tonight we're going to see the United States champion, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes in a tag match going up against DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa in a tag team match. Plus, over the tag team champions, Wyatt Six, Dexter Lumis, and Joe Gacy will defend their titles against the MFTs, JC Mateo and Tonga Loa. So the show opens up with a video package recapping this past weekend's WWE's Saturday night's main event. Obviously, you got Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on commentary. They welcome everyone to the show, and then we see the undisputed WWE SmackDown champion Cody Rhodes and the MFTs entering the arena. So, to kick off the show, which I was a little bit surprised that this person opened the show, we have this SmackDown. Let's see, today's the 19th. So we have this SmackDown and next week's SmackDown, and then we will be going to 3 hours starting January 2nd. So you guys, update reminder that the SmackDown recap show starting January 2nd will move from 10:30 p.m. Eastern to 11:30 p.m. Eastern. So you guys don't be looking for me at 10:30 because the show is going to be still going on. So, but Damian Priest kicks off the show. He starts off by saying the last few days were not easy. He mentions how they were forced to say goodbye to the career of the one and only never seen 17, the GOAT, John Cena. Damian calls John Cena the greatest of all time and says thank you to John Cena. So they're still paying their respects. Shout out to Damian Priest for that. Damian then talks about how last week on SmackDown, the Terror Twins, he and Rhea Ripley got the win against Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. Damian then says now they can look ahead and look forward to 2026. But as he's talking, out comes Zelina Vega. Now, I am really invested in what they're doing with Zelina. I like that they have put her with her husband. I did say after the match last week that the Aleister Damian feud was not going to be over, but the tag portion of it is over with because we know that Rhea and Io are going after the tag titles on the first Raw of January and against the Kabuki Warriors, who also wrestled tonight. So Rhea's done with that feud. I don't see her getting back involved unless they call Lola Vice up, which is an extreme possibility. It's not really a spoiler, but Trick Williams is now listed as a SmackDown superstar. So not a big surprise there. He's engaged to Lash Legend. The show's going to 3 hours. So it kind of makes a lot of sense they're going to have to start bringing up some of this NXT talent. They're having a hard enough time filling a 2-hour show. So, yeah. But Trick Williams is now internally listed as a SmackDown superstar. So, Zelina comes out. She says he is such a hypocrite. Zelina tells him that him thinking Rhea Ripley fighting his battles for him makes him a real man. Zelina then tells him that he didn't even get the win. Zelina then says Damian cannot stand the fact that Aleister broke him and he made his decision, and now they have to live with theirs, or more importantly, his. Zelina coming out looking good tonight. Loving her the way she's being presented, outfits, just a dark side with Aleister. I love that. So Aleister's music hits. Black hits Damian Priest from behind. Black then hits Damian with the right hand, but Damian fires back. Damian grabs Black, but Black hits a kick, and Damian goes to the outside. Black then goes to the outside, but Damian hits the South of Heaven onto the ring apron. Damian then goes under the ring, grabs the table, sets the table up, but Black grabs a steel chair and he hits Damian across the back with it. He then pushes Damian to the ring post, and he hits Damian, and he falls onto the table. Damian gets up, but Black hits a spinning elbow to the face. Black then gets onto the ring apron, and he hits the double knees onto Damian through the table. Black's music hits, and out come the WWE officials. So we're setting up some sort of crazy-ass match with Damian Priest and Aleister Black. Probably going to be on a 3-hour SmackDown. I don't know if it's going to be a TLC match. I mean, the tables are involved tonight, the chairs. They need to end this feud. It's been going on for a long time. They need to do something extreme so that we can end this feud. But that's where they're headed with that. We head to the back where Byron Saxton is with Nia Jax and Lash Legend. He mentions how Lash Legend had an upset win last week against Alexa Bliss. Lash has looked really good since coming up to the main roster on SmackDown. I like her fit teaming with Nia. Nia then stops him, and Lash tells him that no matter how great Alexa is, she never stood a chance against her. She then says she was whipping her across the ring, and now that they are done with Alexa and Charlotte, they are moving on. Nia then says after they are done with the Kabuki Warriors, they will slide into the tag team championship match and become champions. Byron then tells them that Rhea and Io have a title shot They then tell them that it's about the irresistible force and the bougie bully. So are they going to transform? Are they going to make this into a triple threat match on the first Raw on to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of the first Raw on Netflix coming up on January the 5th, I believe it is. Yeah, the 5th. Is it going to turn into a triple threat, or are we going to see the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Lash, Rhea Ea, maybe Alexa Charlotte? I don't know. Maybe we go that route. We'll see. So we then see Damian Priest being helped in the back, and he is attacked again by Aleister Black. Black sends Damian to the storage cases. Black then grabs a shovel and hits Damian in the back of the head with it. Black then sets up for the Black Mass, and he hits it and sends Damian into the truck gate. So they're going to have some sort of extreme match with Damian and Aleister. I don't know what form they're going to do, but Aleister Black is out of control. So we get our first match of the night. It's going to be a non-title match. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, make their way down to the ring as they're going to be going up against the Irresistible Force, Nia Jax, and the bougie bully herself, Lash Legend. But this is a non-title match. The match starts off with Kairi Sane and Lash Legend, and Sane jumps on Legend's back, but Legend slams her into the turnbuckle. She then goes for a kick, but Sane moves out of the way. Sane then climbs the top rope. She goes for a crossbody, but Lash Legend catches her. They get a hot tag into Nia. They double team Kairi in the corner. And then Kairi Sane moves out of the way from a big elbow. And we get a hot tag into Asuka. Then they grab Nia, but Nia pulls them to the ropes, and they hit her with kicks. Asuka goes for a cover, but Nia kicks out early. Asuka then hits some kicks, and she runs to the rope, but Nia hits a pop-up headbutt. Asuka then gets back up, and she hits Nia with the double knees. Sane is then tagged in, then they hit a double drop kick. Legend runs towards them, but they send her onto the ring apron. Asuka then hits a running hip attack. Sane then gets on the top rope, and she hits an elbow drop onto Nia and Lash Legend. Nia then gets Sane in the corner. Lash is tagged in. She gets Sane into a headlock. Nia is then tagged back in. She hits a right hand to Asuka, who is on the ring apron. Nia and Legend then go for a double suplex, but Kairi Sane hits a double DDT. Asuka with the hot tag, and she hits a drop kick to Lash. Asuka then hits an elbow onto Nia, followed by a kick onto Lash. Asuka then hits a kick to the side of the head of Nia. She then runs to the ropes, and Nia goes for a Samoan drop. But Asuka lands on her feet. Asuka then hits kicks, and then she gets Nia onto an armbar, but Nia gets her up. Asuka then goes for a roll-up, but Nia goes to sit down on Asuka. Later on in the match, this was a pretty long match. Asuka hits a powerbomb. Lash Legend then grabs Asuka to the outside. She sends her into the ring steps. Kairi then hits a knee on Lash Legend. Kairi then climbs the top rope, and she goes for the elbow, but Nia grabs her, and she hits her with a choke slam. Nia gets Kairi Sane under the turnbuckle, and she hits a Annihilator for the 1-2-3 on Kairi Sane and the tag champs. So the winner of the match in a non-title match is the Irresistible Force, Nia Jax, and the bougie bully Lash Legend. So will they be inserted into that tag team championship match on the first Raw of the new year? We'll see. After the match, Charlotte Flair, they make their way down. They run down to the ring. Charlotte kicks Nia and sends her into the ring post. Alexa then hits some forearms, and Flair hits a thrust kick on Lash. Alexa then hits a drop kick on Lash, and they kick Nia to the floor. Charlotte then hits a thrust kick on Lash, and Alexa sets up for a Twisted Bliss, but Nia pulls Lash to the floor. Flair and Bliss are holding up the tag titles. So, I don't know. It's looking to me like this may be a fatal four-way. going into that first Raw on Netflix. I mean, we've been talking about it. All these teams involved. I mean, will the Judgment Day throw their name in the hat? I mean, I don't know how many fucking teams they could have in there, but I don't think this is just going to be Rhea and Io against Kabuki Warriors. There's just too many other teams involved in this. I think it's probably going to be like a fatal 4-way, honestly. So we enter the back where Jackie Redmond is in the locker room, and Kiana James and Julia interrupt. Kiana says Jackie has to go through her to talk to her client. Jackie then apologizes. She asks for permission to talk to Julia. Jackie then asks about Julia's desire for the women's U.S. title and having to face Alba Fire. Julia then says she will take on Alba Fire to get to Chelsea Green. We then see SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis arrive at Drew McIntyre's house with the police. This is what they showed. It's been all over the internet. Nick thanks Drew for inviting him to his home. Nick then says this could happen at the office, but he is doing this in good faith. Nick then asks why did he come here after what Drew did at Saturday night's main event. Nick then says Cody wants Drew reinstated and everyone wants him reinstated. Nick then says Drew is a top talent in WWE and an integral part of SmackDown. Nick then says he has a proposal that Drew might like. So it seems like Drew and Nick Aldis are on the same page here. And that's kind of the angle that they're working for. Like I said, Cody Rhodes is going heel. So is there going to be like a team corporate? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Nick then says Drew gets a one-on-one match with Cody Rhodes and the title will be on the line. And that is going to happen on January the 9th on SmackDown in Berlin. 3 stages of hell. Nick then says to show that Drew has repented, he wants Drew to make a public apology to Dan Engler. Nick then says there will be a hefty fine and payday from War Games should cover that. Drew then says he gets his match for the title, the thing he wants more than anything, but he's not getting. Drew then says no. Pretty sure it was, man. Drew then says he gets a title match, and he's that's what he wants the most. He's not winning, but a lot of people want a lot of things. I want to hit a big parlay on FanDuel, but it's not happening right now. So Drew then says that Drew said that is what Cody and Nick want. Drew then said you have created an unsafe work environment. Drew then says if he accepts, he gets screwed again. Nick then tells Drew to tell him what he wants. Drew then says he wants what is fair. Drew says if he comes back, he gets his title match with Cody. Drew then says he knows how much Nick wants to protect his golden boy, as I said earlier, so he picks the stipulation. Drew then tells Nick to go back to Stamford to draw up documents saying that Cody Rhodes cannot lay one finger on him before the match or he will be stripped of the WWE Undisputed Championship. Nick then says he will agree to those terms, and they shake hands, and Drew said it was a pleasure doing business. Drew then asked how long it will take to draw up the documents, and as that is going on, Drew sees Cody Rhodes outside his front door, and he yells at Nick for setting him up. Drew says he will handle this. Nick then tells Cody he is ruining everything, while Drew tells Cody to get the hell off of his property. Cody then goes after Drew while the footage gets blurry. While they are held back, the footage is fine, but any contact causes. Cody then tells Drew, "Merry Christmas, asshole," while him and Drew are brawling out in Drew's front yard. So yeah, we're going to 3 stages of hell, January the 9th in Berlin. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE Championship. We head to the back where Byron Saxton's with Nick Aldis, and he asks about how far it has gotten between them. Nick says everyone is pissed off, and they are without one of their biggest stars. Nick then says what Cody did was out of line, but is up to the local authorities. He then says he will talk to Cody about this. Miz is always poking his nose and shit. He shows up and he says he wants a match against the person who messed things up. Miz then cuts off Nick before he can mention the guy's last name, and he asks for a match next week. So next week on SmackDown, we will see the Miz going one-on-one with, say his name, he will appear, Joe Henry. So next week we'll see Joe Henry going one-on-one with the Miz. Nick says he will talk to Ava about it. Miz then starts to leave the office, and R-Truth is there to tell Miz that he believes in Joe Pesci. Miz then leaves the room. R-Truth then says Miz is jealous because he saw Nick's British balls. This is funny stuff right there. So we get started. We get ready for our next singles match of the evening. The Women's United States Champion, who will be defending Tuesday night against Sol Ruca on NXT. Looking forward to that match. And also the AAA mixed tag champs with the men's North American champion, All Ego Ethan Page, who's going to have to defend that title against Moose on the 30th. Yep. I said that at the beginning of the stream. Miami. Yeah. Corey Hayes, a body slam. Yep. Yeah, I said that at the beginning of the stream. That wasn't really a spoiler. But Trick Williams is listed as a SmackDown internally as a SmackDown superstar. Yeah. You missed my rant on Miami. All these fucking crazy people in my DMs. I just told them to put their fucking money where their mouth is. They think that Drew's winning the title. I already told them Drew and Cody January the 9th in Berlin, 3 stages of hell. I haven't spoiled the anything about the big match, the big thing that happens next week. I said I wasn't going to do that. But yeah, so I figured, I did say at the beginning of the stream that Trick was now listed on SmackDown. They got to have more talent up there. It's 3 hours starting January 2nd. But if anybody else is still listening and you motherfuckers want to put some money on Drew, then hit the DMs up, like I said, at the beginning of the stream, and you'll see it on my shorts that Miami makes. Name your price. Drew ain't winning the title. Give it up. It's not happening. Cody's retaining. He's going heel. He's going to WrestleMania with a title. What's going on, World of Greg? Shout out to World of Greg. Does an amazing job with my videos. Yeah, I was trying to get a hold of you, Miami, to come in here to the StreamYard. I was trying to figure out this 4-man booth. Because as you guys know, I will have, as of right now, I don't know how many, but for the Royal Rumble, I already have Lady Alpha and Autumn coming on for the Royal Rumble prediction show. I'm going to try to also get Miami and Final Boss Lady, and also Michael and Tori from Kicking Out at 2. So I'm going to attempt to have a 7-person stream for Royal Rumble, but I at least have 3 right now. Would love to have 5 for sure, because that's going to be a big show. But shout out to Miami. I'm not watching the boxing match. They fucking rigged me so hard on Hockey Tonight, Miami. Seth Jarvis scored a fucking goal. They called it back. Oh my God, sports is just becoming so ridiculous. I sent the slip to Greg last night after fucking Jackson Smith finished for 96 receiving yards and I needed 100. I can't catch a break, man. That's why I took 4 days off. It's insane. But anyway, let's get back to wrestling. We're gonna see Chelsea Green makes her way down with Alba Fire. And she's going to go one-on-one with Julia, who is accompanied by Kiana James. The match starts off with Julia hitting a double leg takedown and some punches. Julia then hits a drop kick, and that's some words for Chelsea Green. Alba then hits a chop, and Julia sends Alba into the turnbuckles. Alba then hits a tornado DDT for a near fall. Julia then tosses Alba to the mat by the hair. And Julia then tosses Alba by her hair again. This is kind of a squash match to me. Julia hits a kick, and she goes for a hammerlock slam, but Alba escapes, and she kicks Julia for a near fall. The only offense really for Alba Fire in this match. Julia hits a backslide and then a knee to the head. Julia hits a Northern Lights bomb for the 1, 2, 3. And when she's pinning her, she's staring a hole through Chelsea Green. So she is wanting to come back after that. They are repeating the same patterns, Triple H and WWE, that they always do. It's a Women's United States Championship. Whoever loses goes straight back into a feud with the one that they won the fucking title from. And it's time that WWE, let's get some of these NXT stars up and get some new matches. We're tired of this recycled bullshit over and over and over. Tired of it. Like the IC title was made relevant by Becky Lynch. We need to do something with this U.S. title. It's the second time Chelsea Green been champion. She has signed a 5-year contract. Let's do something different with this title. Like, after the match, Chelsea and Julia argue, but Chelsea begins to walk away, and she falls on her ass. But like I said, Tuesday night, we will see Chelsea Green defend that Women's United States Championship against. Will she be able to avoid that Soul Snatcher when she faces Sol Ruka on NXT Tuesday night? So we then see the American Nightmare. While we're talking about him,
they not like us.
the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, walking in the backstage area. In case you want to hear it again, that's not it. Just in case you guys want to hear a little bit of American Nightmare's music. He's walking in the backstage area. We get a video from the Wyatt Six, and Uncle Howdy tells Solo Sikoa that his greed for status and power has led him down a dark path. Uncle Howdy then says, truth lies beneath, and the image you portray will catapult your family into a whole new world. Uncle Howdy then says, a world filled with adversity and abandonment. Howdy then says, there will be nowhere for you to run. Uncle Howdy then says, you begin your journey, a journey that will force your family to surrender. So this feud with the MFTs and the Wild Six, that was supposed to happen a long time ago. But obviously, I think it was Mike Rotunda was had some health problems. And then there was a couple of injuries in the Wild Six. So this feud is really in full mode now. So then we hear it. He makes his way down to the ring. He starts off by asking Hershey, "What do you want to talk about, Hershey?" Cody Rhodes. He asked Hershey Park or Hershey Arena, what do they want to talk about? Cody then asked if he went to Drew's house, and did he throw a member of law enforcement into the water? Cody Rhodes took a police officer and threw him into the damn pond. Cody went off the deep end. Cody says he did. Cody then says Drew says WWE is an unsafe working environment. Cody then says, that is all of you. Cody then says, we are an unsafe working environment. Cody then says, you are surrounded by all types of athletes. So what would be a safe work environment? Cody then says, what happened between us at your house is 1/10 of what should happen in the ring between us. Nick Aldis makes his way out to the ring, who, like I said earlier, I feel like Nick Aldis and Drew McIntyre on the same side. Cody is on the other side, and I think Cody is on the dark side. Nick Aldis makes his way out and says Cody does not appreciate the situation. He does not appreciate the situation that Cody has put everyone in. Nick then says what Drew says is crap, but when you showed up at his house, it made what he said true. Nick then says he had to make a bad deal because of what you did. Nick then says you are the champ, but you are not above the law. Nick then tells Cody he should have trusted him to get this over the finish line. Nick then says if Drew pays the fine and makes the public apology, you cannot lay a finger on Drew McIntyre. Cody then says, or what? Nick then tells Cody if he puts a finger on Drew McIntyre before their championship match, then he will have to surrender his undisputed heavyweight championship. So he would have to strip him. Cody then agrees that he will not touch Drew McIntyre. Cody then says in the spirit of demand, he asked Nick if he forgot who he is talking to. Cody then asked Nick to ask anyone who he is talking to. Cody says he sent the tweet that changed the game, and he unseated the tribal chief. Don't want Roman's name out there. And he won the title from John Cena. Cody then says, you are saying that he is not above the law. Cody then says, as long as he has the title, he is the law. Cody then tells Nick that while he holds the title, he does not work for Nick. He works for the people. No, he works for the fucking final boss. Cody then tells Nick that Cody tells Nick Aldis that he works for him. Cody then drops the microphone and leaves. As I said, this heel turn is coming, and it's coming very soon. Cody is going to the dark side. He said he is the law. So we then head to the back where we see Carmelo and Dragunov. He thanks Carmelo for helping him last week. Carmelo says he had to get back at Ciampa and Gargano was collateral damage. He then said he doesn't jump people from behind. Dragunov reminds Carmelo not anymore. Dragunov then says they put him down. So then we see Praxium. They show up and they ask Carmelo and Dragunov to leave some for them. Praxium then says they want revenge for taking his mask. Dragunov then says when Ciampa made him bleed, he is not just a jackass, but his prey. So we're going to get to tag match. DIY and Candice LeRae make their way down to the ring as they will be going up against, I can't say it because it'll be a spoiler, Carmelo Hayes and the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. So I'm not going to go through this entire match because it was super duper long. I'll just kind of get to the closing segments of it. Oh, whoops. So at the very end segments, Ciampa, they go for the meet in the middle, but in comes Dragunov, who hits a running elbow onto Johnny Gargano. Hayes then hits the first 48 onto Ciampa. Dragunov is then tagged in, and he hits Tommaso Ciampa with the H-bomb. Carmelo Hayes is then tagged in. He climbs the top rope, and he hits the nothing but net for the 1-2-3. So the winners of the match is the tag team match is the WWE United States Champion, the Mad Dragon Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes. Now Dragunov will defend his United States Championship next week in an open challenge, and you got to be careful. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it on X. I mean, I'm not putting it on my thumbnail because they haven't officially announced the match. It's an open challenge. But you guys, I'm sure, already know who Dragunov is facing next week. So we then head to the back where Jackie Redmond is with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Bliss tells her that the message they sent to Nia Jax and Lash Legend is if you look too far in the future, you tend to forget who's standing right in front of you. She then says Rhea and Io have a tag team championship match. on the first Raw on Netflix in January, and Nia and Lash think they are next in line. Flair then says they are not. They are in their way. Sounds like what Roman told Cody. Alexa then says whoever wins, they will be waiting. So, yeah, this tag division is really cooking up. Jackie thanks them and leaves, and then we get a brief stare down with Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair. So we're getting a lot of teases with WWE trying to throw you off, throw the scent off. We've had a tease with Jade and Rhea. Now we get one with Jade and Charlotte. They're trying to throw off scents everywhere so leaks don't get out about who Jade's going to be defending that World Women's Championship against at WrestleMania. But yeah, I'm here for Jade and Charlotte. I'm here for Jade and Rhea. So Jade comes up. They look at Jade. They walk away. As Jade begins to walk by, Jackie stops her. She then asks Jade if there's anything she has to say for attacking Michin last week. Jade then tells her it's okay. It is the season, and she will say something nice. She then says she was shocked to see Michin get back up after she got down. She then tells Jackie that she and the rest will take these L's and that she is big on charity and she will give Michin some spotlight, and after that, she will knock her lights out. Michin then comes from behind and she hits Jay with a kendo stick. In come WWE security and BFAB as BFAB grabs her and they leave. So we're setting up a one-on-one match with Jade Cargill and Michin. I don't know why they're still doing this. Jade's not losing a title to Michin. So then it is announced next week on SmackDown. We will see Dragunov next open challenge for the United States title. Joe Henry faces The Miz. And what's on my thumbnail that Miami just made, Drew McIntyre makes his return to SmackDown next week. So Sikoa then cuts a promo and he says, Uncle Howdy talks a lot of nonsense about nothing. So then says, you threaten my family, then you have a problem. So then says, they will embarrass you in front of the whole world. So then says, the Fireflies are going to watch them take the tag titles. So then says, he has the whole world in his hands. MFT then make their way down to the ring for the main event of the night, and the Wyatt Six follow. And the main event is for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship, which I do want to go ahead and put it out there. I told Miami this about 2 weeks ago. It looks like it's not going to be on this Raw, but maybe the next Raw. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso will go for the Raw Tag Team Championships against Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, which I told Miami the Usos are winning the tag titles. So I guess I need to start fucking posting shit on X, because all these other reporters are taking credit for this shit, and I'm saying it way early. I'm tired of that shit. But let's get to the main event. It's going to be Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy defending the tag titles against the MFT. JC Mateo and Tonga Loa will be representing the MFTs. The match starts off with Lumis hitting some right hands onto Tonga Loa. Lumis then hits a leg drop. Back and forth action. Mateo then comes in, runs to the ropes, but Gacy hits a drop kick. Lumis is tagged in. They double team JC Mateo. Gacy then goes to the outside, but Tonga Loa hits a clothesline. Lumis then jumps off the ring apron, but JC catches him and slams him into the ring post and onto the outside. Tala Tonga then hits a headbutt onto Dexter Lumis in the ring. Interference. Tonga Loa then hits a leg drop and goes for a cover. Dexter kicks out. Tonga Loa then hits some right hands, and JC Mateo is back in. They double team Lumis. JC then goes for a cover, but Lumis kicks out. Tonga Loa is then tagged back in, and they double team Lumis in the corner. Tonga Loa hits a running power slam and goes for a cover, but Lumis kicks out again. He then grabs Lumis. Lumis hits a super kick. JC is then tagged in, and Lumis counters and hits his own super kick. Gacy gets the hot tag, and he hits JC Mateo with right hands. JC reverses and hits a suplex and he hits Tonga Loa. He accidentally hits Tonga Loa, who is on the ring apron. Gacy then hits a back suplex onto JC Mateo. He then goes for a cover, but Mateo kicks out. Get closer to the end of the match. They then double team JC. Loomis then climbs up the top rope. He hits a splash. He then goes for a cover, but Tonga Loa breaks it up. Tonga then sends Gacy to the outside of the ring. Tala Tonga then hits a big boot onto Gacy. On the outside of the ring, Eric Rowan then hits Tala Tonga from behind, and both teams began fighting on the outside of the ring. This match is complete chaos. So the referee rings the bell. The WWE Tag Team Championship match ends in a no contest. So we're far from done with this feud. After the match, the MFTs get the Wyatt Six in the ring. Tala Tonga then climbs the top rope and hits a crossbody onto the Wyatt Six. Eric Rowan then gets in the ring. He hits Tala Tonga with a dropkick, followed by a clothesline. And Tala Tonga falls to the outside of the ring. Nikki Cross then gets in the ring, and Eric Rowan puts Nikki Cross on his shoulders, and slings her over the top rope and throws her over the ring into Tala Tonga. So Dakota then gets in the ring, and he hits Rowan with a Samoan spike. But little does he know, standing behind him is Uncle Howdy. He goes for Sister Abigail, but in combo team to fight in the ring as the show comes to a close. So that is our SmackDown show for tonight. Shout out to, well, first I want to say that these tape shows are just really hard to do. You're just going to have to bear with us on these streams, or bear with me or whoever is doing these streams, because every fucking show between now and the first of the year is going to be spoiled if you go on Twitter and click on all these fucking Patreon pages. Shout out to the 112 viewers we have either on my YouTube, my X, or on Miami the Great. Shout out to DWE Replays, DWE Host. Love the new profile picture there. Talking Up Wrestling, Miami the Great, and Final Boss Baby. Make sure to give them a subscription on YouTube. Talking Up Wrestling Podcast again. Shout out to Wrestling RUS Podcast. Shout out to the DWE Undisputed Champion, the Wise Man. Miami coming in here trying to break some news that I already broke. Love you, Miami. I already broke that news that Corey Hayes is fucking late again. Yeah, I can't believe Jake Paul. That shit's unbelievable. Shout out to World of Greg. All right, guys. So I'm going to give SmackDown about a 5 or 6. It wasn't that great. I mean, they're building up to Cody Drew. Looks like it's going to be a good SmackDown next week. It's going to be an open challenge for Dragunov. If something big happens there, obviously. If you fucking living under a rock, it's all over Twitter. Looks like Cody and Drew are going to have something go on next week. But I'm going to cover it. I'm going to be here to cover it. And then we're going to see The Miz against Joe Hendry. So I am going to go to my outro. And then I will, shout out to DWE. Shout out to Gimmick Table Media. Anyone affiliated with those companies, which is Miami the Great, The Wise Man, World of Greg, Final Boss Baby, Michael, Tori. We're kicking out at 2. The Lady Alpha and Autumn with the Wrestling Divas podcast, and there's a lot of them. Princess Skywalker, I'm not sure if she's doing. I think she's doing a lot of stuff on TikTok now. So yeah, a lot of them, a lot of us. Oh, and also shout out to After the Slam podcast as well. I'm the newest member of DWE. He's not the Golden Boy, but he's the newest member of DWE. All right, guys, I'm going to get to the outro. I don't know when hopefully I'll have a new video by the first of the year. But I know Miami's busy doing a lot of shit for me, so just whenever he can get to it. But we're going to my outro, so I hope you guys enjoy. Y'all know it anyway.
CJP's your guy, let's start the show. Tag teams picking, factions shaking. He's got the scoop for moves they're faking. Built on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots, you know. The EVP show, it's out of control.
Let's go. All right, guys. Shout out to DWE and Game Table Media again. And shout out to the 114 viewers that we have for the SmackDown recap. Once again, if you think Drew McIntyre is beating Cody Rhodes on January the 9th, hit me up in my DMs and we can square away on that bet. Because it ain't fucking happening. So cry about it on X all you want and whatever you want to do. But it ain't fucking happening. So anyway, pretty good stream tonight. Gonna go ahead and tell you where you can find me on my socials. Obviously, I promoted my YouTube channel today. I'm up to 160 subscribers, trying to get to 200. My watch hours are steadily climbing. Miami has been posting my shorts. We did not get any NFL shorts up because fucking StreamYard did not want to generate them. Sometimes they generate them, sometimes they don't. Miami doing a lot of work, so he wasn't able to go in and generate week 15 shorts, but hopefully tonight's show will be on there, and hopefully we can get you guys some shorts out for tonight's show so you guys can hear me ranting and raving on there. On X, you can find me at the EVP CJP. I also have my YouTube pinned at the top of my profile page, so definitely check that out. On Instagram, also at EVP CJP. On TikTok, which I'm now promoting all my streams. It's at Brady DA Goat 21. At Brady the Goat 21, like Tom Brady. DA, not THE. DA Goat 21. At Brady the Goat 21 on TikTok, and most importantly, in that right hand corner that the World of Greg made, subscribe to the EVP Show on YouTube, and it is at the EVP Show in all caps. So definitely make sure you give me a subscription. World of Greg is laughing because EVP is on one tonight. And these fools are just, man, they're on my damn nerves, Greg. I'm telling you, brother. I don't know what I just did. Okay. I moved the comments around. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know what the hell's wrong with them. They think they know shit. They don't. Anyway, you can find my YouTube channel on YouTube at the EVP Show. If you have not seen the video tonight, I'll get them anytime when it. Yeah, I know the football game. Yeah, that's unbelievable. 4 yards, man. That dude gets 100 yards every game. That's just so rigged. He's 14 targets, 8 catches for 96 yards. This is unbelievable. I got hooked even worse tonight on a hockey game. The guy scores a fucking goal and they call it back. I mean, it was a clear score. I mean, how hooked can you get? Yeah, please, if you haven't, if you are not watching this on my YouTube show and you do go back and watch it, please like the stream and leave me some comments. That helps get my stream in the algorithm, puts fresh new eyes and ears on the stream. It'd be much appreciated. My goal, I reposted today. I got Miami, the World of Greg, Reg, everyone. Final Boss Lady, shout out to all of you guys for reposting. Trying to get my sub up to 200 by WrestleMania. That is the goal. I want to get to 500, but we're going to start at a low number and try to build ourselves up. But my goal is ultimately 500. I think I have to get to 500 to get monetized. So, yeah. Slow baby steps. I've only been back for about a month and a half or so now. So, yeah, we're firing away now. When the new year hits, it's going to be fucking bombs away because I'm going to be covering LFG Season 3. I'm also going to be doing a recap show of WWE Unreal sometime after the 20th. Not sure. I have to get with Miami on that. Well, I will recap Unreal Part 2 that will be airing on Netflix. So what do I have coming up, do you ask? I have nothing coming up tomorrow as there's 2 NFL games. So I will be betting. I'm trying to win some fucking money. So I don't have anything Sunday either because guess what? It's more football, fantasy football and NFL football. So I will be drenched in that. You can find me back here live Monday night on the EVP show at 11 p.m. for the Raw recap show as we see Bayley take on Roxanne Perez. And we also see Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator, go one-on-one with one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka, 11 p.m. Eastern Monday. And I will be back Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern with the CEO, the A1 from day one, the man with the fucking plan, the man that's now on Twitch and also on Spotify, Miami the Great. I will be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Tuesday as we go over Week 16 of the NFL. We will be recapping the whole Week 16. We've already seen one crazy-ass game last night, which the craziest thing, a fucking 2-point conversion goes to overtime. Seahawks come back to win. I did say 5 weeks ago, Miami, I pinned it. It's still on the stream. I said Seattle and Denver in the Super Bowl. The fucking Rams are gonna choke. I'm sticking with my pick there. Seattle looked good at the second half, but fuck Jackson Smith, JSN for not getting 4 more yards, and he'll probably get 200 next week. Yeah. So Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, tune in to us. Me and Miami, we will break down Week 16, and we are not done. We will be covering Week 16, Week 17, the wild card round, the divisional round, the AFC and NFC championship, and we will also be getting you guys ready for the Super Bowl as well. And then next year we have a whole lot of shit planned: fantasy football, draft, everything included. Later on Tuesday night, tune in at 10:30 p.m. Eastern as I will be back for the NXT recap show, where you'll see Chelsea Green defend the WWE Women's United States Championship against Sol Ruka. And then Friday, I will be back again. I will have Wednesday and Thursday off, but Friday I will be back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the last 2-hour SmackDown. So you guys enjoy the 10:30 p.m. Eastern, because after next week, starting January 2nd, the EVP SmackDown recap show will be moving to 11:30 p.m. Eastern. But next Friday, I will be back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern as we go over the SmackDown recap for next week, where we see the Mad Dragon going one-on-one with a mystery opponent that everybody in the world already knows. And Joe Hendry will be going one-on-one with The Miz, and we will see the return of the Scottish Psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Will he get into it with Cody Rhodes? So, yeah, I will be back next Friday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for that SmackDown recap. It will be my last, not my last SmackDown recap, but my last one at 10:30. Starting January 2nd, it will move to 11:30 p.m. Eastern. With that being said, I will. You guys enjoy your weekend. We're getting close to Christmas. Spend time with your loved ones, and shout out to Miami the Great. His birthday is coming up this weekend. You guys better fucking message him. You better put a tweet out. He is the CEO of DWE, so I'm telling him right now, early, happy birthday, fucking Miami. I appreciate everything you do. Thank you for bringing me into the family. Appreciate everything you guys do to help me out, to make these streams go through smoothly. Much love to DWE. I feel like I'm a part of a family. Going through rough times, it's good to be a part of something so welcoming. So shout out to Miami and happy birthday, brother. Hope you enjoy it and you have many more. With that being said, love one another, and I will see you. I will see you guys Monday night at 11 p.m. Eastern for the Raw recap. And I am the EVP from the EVP show, and I am the fucking golden boy of DWE, and that's how we roll. And I only have one thing left to say.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
And I am out, guys. Deuces, ooses, and I will see you guys Monday night at 11 p.m. Eastern for the Raw recap. Enjoy your weekend. I am the EVP from the EVP show.